About 4,500 years ago, there was a legendary patriarch named Haik. In an epic battle, he defeated the evil Assyrian ruler Bel. With his victory, he won his people's freedom and the land that came to be known as Hayastan. Other nations know it as Armenia. The Urartu kingdom then emerged and formed the basis of Armenian highlands Bronze Age culture in the 9th century BC. This period was characterized by the arrival of the Iron Age and the development of civilization. Cuneiform inscriptions on the fortress Erebuni can tell us that 2,794 years ago, the city now known as Yerevan was established. In 301 AD, Armenian King Terdad III proclaimed Christianity as the official state religion, making Armenia the first Christian country in the world. In the year 405, Saint Mesrop Mashtots created 36 letters of the Armenian alphabet. It would foster a strong Armenian national identity and the beginning of Armenian literature. Many Armenian writers, philosophers, mathematicians, and scientists have achieved world acclaim over the subsequent centuries due in large parts to Mesrop Mashtots' work. These works have thus had major influence on the entire culture of Armenia. Moses Forenazi was the first Armenian historian and the author of the most important medieval Armenian history. His works covered the whole history from the very ancient periods until his death, and they served as textbooks to study the history of Armenia until the 18th century. A decade later, geographer and astronomer Anania Shirakatsi studied the natural sciences in Armenia and wrote the famous book, Geography. As an astronomer, he authored Cosmography, where he described the world as being like an egg, surrounded by a layer of white representing the atmosphere, and covered with a hard shell representing the sky. Centuries later, the writer Mkhitar Ghosh wrote the Code of Laws that included civil and canon law that was used in both Greater Armenia and Cilician Armenian Kingdom. Decades later, his works were adapted into a codex in Middle Armenian. A century later, Armenian poet Frigg wrote and preserved about 50 poems. In the same period, manuscript illuminator Toros Roslin illuminated many manuscripts in the High Middle Ages. His style was characterized by his use of color, classical figures, elegant style, and innovative iconography. Another important scholar was philosopher and theologian He wrote about a dozen important philosophical and religious works that have been a major source of inspiration for scholars worldwide. The works of these 6 famous scholars, as well as that of many other medieval intellectuals, bring us to the Institute of Ancient Manuscripts that was founded in 1959. It is one of the richest depositories of manuscripts and books in the world, with a collection of 17,000 manuscripts, including ancient books that no longer exist in their original language, Mատենադարանը.